Once upon a time, Dodge said, what if we took our cheapest car, gave it a turbo, and aimed it at every high school parking lot in America? That's right. The company that gave us was now going to shove a turbo into their base Neon and challenge the Hondas, Subarus, and Mitsubishis of the world. And thus, the Dodge Neon SRT-4 was born. Thanks for tuning into another episode of Pro Street TV, where today we are looking at what the SRT-4 was supposed to be and what could have been. So join us as we dive headfirst into the nitrous huffing, gear grinding, clutch frying saga of the Dodge SRT-4, America's angriest econobox. But what started as a hero car for the broken boosted turned into one of the most roasted machines in tuner car history. Welcome to the story of the Dodge Neon SRT-4, a front-wheel drive turbocharged box of chaos that America didn't ask for, but definitely deserved. Chapter 1. What was Dodge thinking? It's the early 2000s. Dodge is trying to figure out how to attract younger buyers. Their lineup is filled with sedans your dad trades in every 36 months and minivans that smell like juice boxes and regret. So they look at their Neon, yes, that Neon, the same one your cousin totaled in high school, and they think, let's slap a turbo on it, stiffen the suspension, rip out the back seats, and pretend it's a race car. Chapter 2. Wait, this engine sort of slaps. Now here's where it gets seriously interesting. Underneath all that cost-cutting plastic and Walmart interior was a gem. A 2.4-liter turbocharged engine codenamed EVT. This wasn't your typical crapbox engine. It was basically an angry blender from a PT Cruiser GT retuned to pump out 220 horsepower and 224 foot-pounds of torque. And in 2004, that was more than a Civic, more than a GTI, and way more than anyone expected from a Dodge Neon. Guys were throwing boost at this thing like it owed them money, and the engine? It took it. 300, 400, even 500 wheel horsepower on stock internals. It was almost a modern-day revival of the 4G63. Chapter 3. Front-wheel drive fury. Because why not? Traction is optional. So yeah, torque steer was a problem. When it pulled all over like a caffeinated toddler playing tug-of-war with the steering wheel under wide-open throttle. This wasn't a problem for people who kept their SRT-4 stock, but front-wheel drive was a problem for people who aimed high. 2.4 liters did wonders for spooling a large turbo. But that also meant power came on early, which caused traction issues. Chapter 4. Street cred and complete chaos. In the streets, the SRT-4 became an absolute legend. It was loud, it was fast, it was cheap, and it sounded like a lawnmower on meth. People mocked it, called it a Neon, but they weren't laughing when it gapped them with 4 bald tires and an AutoZone front lip. It had a cult following, internet forums exploded. SRTforums.com was basically Fight Club with dyno graphs. People were making 600 horsepower with zip ties and broken dreams. Chapter 5. The problems begin. Even with a promising start, Dodge had a leg up. But here's the thing. Dodge didn't really finish the car. It just kind of shipped it out the door like an unfinished beta test. No limited slip differential. brakes that faded faster than your high school crush, an interior that looked like it was pulled from a Fisher-Price toy bin. Oh, and the rear windows didn't freaking roll down all the way. Panel gaps, massive. Build quality, let's just say your glove box might fall off if you shift hard enough. And don't even look at the transmission mounts funny unless you want to replace them again. Chapter 6, The Decline of the SRT-4. After 2005, Dodge pulled the plug. No farewell tour, no special editions. It was just gone. Why? Because Dodge couldn't figure out what it wanted to be. They tried to market a tuner car to people who already had credit scores too bad to finance one. And while the SRT-4 had street cred, it lacked the all-wheel drive and refinement of the Evo and the WRX. So it became the too fast to pass smog, but too sketchy to daily car that slowly faded out of relevance. Chapter 7, The Legacy and Cult Status of the SRT-4. Say what you will, but the SRT-4 is still revered today. It's got that raw, unfiltered chaos you just don't get anymore. No drive modes, no stability control. Just turbo, attack, and a very low redline. Car culture guys love it because it's the definition of spicy garbage. You know it's janky, you know it'll break. But when it's working, nothing beats the feeling of bullying BMWs in your $3,000 Turbo Neon. Plus, there's something weirdly lovable about a car that says, "Yeah, I'm a Neon, but I could still gap your Mustang." The Neon SRT-4 was Dodge's weird, turbocharged love letter to the underdog. It wasn't perfect. Hell, it wasn't even good by traditional standards. But it was fast, cheap, and fun. And in an era of soulless crossovers and quiet EVs, sometimes all you want is a car that's loud, dumb, and slightly dangerous. So here's to the Neon SRT-4, the last economy car brave enough to try cocaine. Did you own an SRT-4? Blow one up? Get gapped by one? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to smash that like button harder than your transmission mount after a 5,000 RPM clutch drop. Subscribe to Pro Street TV for more spicy automotive chaos, questionable turbo decisions, and garage door dyno run.